Welcome to Skool News.
It's 11:11, so let's talk about some new features.
Woohoo.
This one's quite useful.
This one's sick.
And people seem to like it. So I'll show you how it works. So, you on Skool, you can make courses available to, only some people, like people on the premium tier. But as an admin, you wonder, what does this actually look like for people on the other side?
Yes.
Right? Now, if you click on a course and you click view as member,
Ooh.
you now get a preview mode to see what your courses look like. So I can see I'm viewing Classroom as a member on the standard tier.
Nice.
Then if I give myself premium, you can see this unlocks. And if I give myself VIP, that unlocks.
Very cool.
And you can see exactly what it looks like when they go to click. And then it asks them to unlock with premium, and then they go to this page. So the preview tool also works for the plans page, and you can see all the different pages it works for.
Let's go.
It works for about. So now you can actually view what members see when they view your about page. Because as an admin, when you look at it, it asks you, you can edit the description. This button says settings. You can see all the tabs up here, and you might wonder, hey, what does my about page actually look like if I'm not a member?
Yes.
Well, now you just click this little eye.
Let's go.
Boom.
Yep. Before you had to create a second account or use an incognito tab, which wasn't fun. This is
now
easy.
you don't even need a second tab
or
a second account, and you definitely don't need incognito window.
Yes.
And you can even see what it looks like when they click the button.
Let's go.
It'll even show you, the membership questions if you've got those, or the payment modal if you're doing that. So yeah, it does all of that.
Very cool.
You can also view your members list. So sometimes people wonder hey, what do members see when they click on the members tab? Because as an admin, you see the amount someone's paying.
Yep.
And you have this membership settings button, and you can also view canceling, churned, and banned. And you might wonder, hey, what do my members see? Well, now if you go to that, you can see they don't have membership settings. They can't see canceling, banned, churned. They can't see payment information. It's just this.
Nice.
So you can see what your members list looks like, your about page, your plans page, and even your calendar. So let's say you make an event unlock for people on premium. So here I can see that it says this.
Did you read that description?
I didn't read the description. Oh my God.
It's a Pokemon group.
So you can
Just corrupted Pokemon.
You can click on this and view it.
Nice.
Or like that. And there's also a shortcut to get to this if you click on these three dots and just click view as member.
Let's go.
So you can get here from an event if you click on the three dots and click view as member. On the about page, you can get here just by clicking that. On Classroom, you can go from these three dots, view as member.
Nice.
But then you can flick between all the different pages from within the tool.
Very cool.
And same thing goes for if you're previewing your tiers from here. If I go to pricing, this preview thing here, it opens the same tool. So it's a generic universal preview tool that you can access from all the different places you might want to access it from. And yeah, it's a good way to see what your members see and to just make sure you've set your settings the way you intended them to be. Is this course available to VIP but not standard? Or is this call available to standard but not, or is this call available to premium but not standard? Yeah. So pretty useful tool. Hope you guys like it.
Let's go.
And it's only available on desktop. It's just too complicated on mobile. And you can, it just works on, you can imagine what it looks like on mobile. It's the same as desktop, but smaller screen. Yeah. Plus most admins, when they're making changes like this, are doing it on desktop. Yeah. Then we also added member LTV. So this LTV is short for lifetime value. So now if you go to your members list and you click on a member, you can see their lifetime value.
So the total amount they've paid you.
Yeah, so this includes all subscription payments, all one-time payments for...
Who's got the most?
So if I filter by VIP, and I think it's this guy.
William, $43.
He's got a lifetime value of $43 in a $1 community.
What a baller. William Renner, the baller of Skool.
Yeah. So pretty cool tool.
Yep.
So you can view it for individual members right now. It's also available in the members CSV export. If you export now, we show you the price someone's paying, the tier they're on, and their LTV.
Nice.
And later on, when we launch analytics, huge update coming soon, you'll be able to see your LTV over time for your whole community.
Crazy. Right
now, you can just see it per member, but we'll show you the aggregate later and over time. So 2 useful features. Now, improvements to tiers. So since we shipped tiers and it's been a big feature, we've made many different improvements to it. And the big one is manually granting access to a tier. So now if you click on members and then you click on membership, you can see underneath role, you can see tier. I can see this person's on VIP and I can just change.
Very cool. Yeah, this was needed.
Yeah. And we can also see the other change we made is there's no free tier, only standard, premium, and VIP. So this really blew some people's minds. And it was basically our fault. And so basically, where am I? Yeah, if I go to my settings and I go to pricing. So, on the tiers model, it says standard, premium, VIP. And then, but on freemium, it used to say free, premium, VIP. And people assumed that free was standard, but it actually wasn't.
That's weird.
Yeah, so it really blew some people's minds. So now there is no such thing as the free tier. There's only 3 tiers, standard, premium, and VIP, right? But just on the freemium model, this price is free, right? And so now you only ever see these 3 things from all of these drop-down menus, standard, premium, and VIP. If you go to your members list and you go to filter, standard, premium, VIP, right? You never see the free tier because there isn't a free tier. Free is like a price.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And so that should clean up a lot of things. Like when you go to assign a member, there's just standard, premium, VIP.
Nice.
The other thing is you can't, in our previous version of tiers, you could not be on a tier, which was kind of weird. Now everyone is on a tier, even if you're not using tiers. So by default, everyone's just on standard.
Nice.
Right? And then you can manually assign it. So members are on standard by default. And then we show the tier next to their name if premium or VIP. So if I'm looking at my members list here, I can see VIP, premium, right? Next to the name. I'll zoom in a little bit.
Nice.
Now, if someone's standard, we don't show anything. So this person's standard, we don't show anything because pretty much everyone is standard, basically.
Yeah, if you had a free group, it would just say standard.
So you can just see if anyone's on VIP or premium at a glance from here without having to click in here. Then you can see that, right?
Nice.
Yeah. So these changes, so let me show you, this is live. The manually granting access to a tier, and showing tier next to the name of premium or VIP, that will be live later today, probably, if not first thing in the morning on Wednesday. So by the time... Oh, okay.
Is this working now? Cool.
All right. Apparently Kirby's mic's cutting out. So
I'll scream.
yeah. So showing tier next to name and is manually granting access to a tier. That'll be live later today or tomorrow morning. And by the time most people see Skool News, they'll have it in their account. Yeah.
Let's go.
So I think this solves a lot of the confusion. As soon as we figured this out, the team, we were like, oh, we just fixed tiers. Because people would just seem to be a little bit confused by something. And it was actually like our fault because there was something that wasn't quite right with the concepts that we were using for tiers. But I think this really nails it now. And it should work for pretty much everyone the way they intuitively expect it to work. And with this viewers member tool, they can also validate that it works the way they think it works.
Yes.
Which it should. So very good. Then sending admins a member upgrade email. So if someone upgrades from monthly to annual or from one tier to a higher tier, we will send you a email if you're an admin pretty soon, maybe tomorrow. Yeah. And so these are the new features. And I think this has really improved tiers a lot. And I want to thank everyone for your feedback. Like, as soon as we shipped tiers, it's a big feature, and we've got so many customers that there was like thousands of...
You spent weeks looking through it.
I read so many posts and comments, so I don't think... It must have been the equivalent of like 6 novels or something. But I read so much stuff and then came up with, it was very helpful. So basically, thanks everyone for the feedback. We really do like read almost everything. And we really take it into consideration, and it's what actually drives the improvements to the features. Yeah. So cool stuff. So Tony Robbins and Dean are on Skool. So you might have heard of this guy, Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi. They've got a community called the AI Advantage, and it's got 59,000 members, and it's growing quite fast. But this is a big creator on Skool, basically.
Yep, very cool.
And I think they're going to be doing more stuff on Skool. I just heard a rumor. I don't know if it's true or not. We'll see.
Let's go.
Yeah. So cool to see. Then new level of community engagement.
If you really want to get engaged, this is how.
So this young man called Miles
met this young lady called Patrice on Skool.
And now they are married. Oh, no, they're engaged. Yeah.
They met at the skoolgames event. That's pretty
Congratulations,
cool.
You two.
Yeah, congrats. Is that the first Skool engagement?
Probably not, but it's the first one that's been like public. I know in other communities, other people have got engaged. I don't know about schoolers. Yeah, but pretty cool to see.
Yep.
Then this man called Alex Ruiz did a cool Simpsons drawing. It's pretty cool.
That's so cool.
It's me and Kirby drinking some Duff.
Does my mouth look like that?
Yeah.
Does it actually?
Yeah.
I'm going to get self-conscious. Look at that mouth.
Look at your eyes, more like it.
Look at your eyes.
Well, at least my eyes are scented. You look like you're dozing off.
I look high.
So this is cool.
Yep.
And, this guy, Alex, he used to be a Simpsons animator.
Yeah.
And I think he's got a community about artistry.
November. Oh, imagine a Simpsons episode about Skool.
But he's got a community that teaches you how to draw, basically. And he used to be an animator for The Simpsons.
That's cool.
Pretty cool to see that. Then this other artistic fellow called Joel Chirico, he made some cool cat mugs. So this is Joel, and he's got a community called the Pottery Community where he teaches you how to do pottery and stuff. And he did this cool school cat drawing, not drawing, mug.
Ah,
He turned the school cat into some custom mug.
that's pretty cool.
Pretty cool to see. So cool stuff. And this segues nicely into our next point, which is like the key to engagement. Like, how do you get people to engage in your community? How do you build a good community, right? That feels alive and good to be in. So I found this post quite fascinating. Value doesn't mean engagement. If I click on this, so I read this post the other day, and he said, you ever notice how easy it is to join Skool, but how hard it is to get people to actually engage? Then this one sentence in particular caught my attention. People join, comment once or twice, then disappear. You post something valuable, crickets. Then someone drops a selfie and gets 40 likes. And I was like, hey, I think the answer's in here.
Take selfies.
Like, it's not that no one's looking. It's that they just don't care until someone posts a selfie. So I think what this actually says is people want to have some fun too, right? Like, if it's all just value, people always just think, oh, value, 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 value.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's such a thing as too much value, to be honest. I don't want to like get more value in a lot of scenarios. I'm like, go away with your value. I want to talk to a normal person about normal stuff.
Yes.
And I also want it to feel fun and not like work, or not like I'm reading some Medium article. So I think, this is kind of the answer. You should try. I think if some things are getting a lot of likes, but other things aren't, maybe that means there's like too much value and not enough just people talking to each other.
Yeah.
Because the natural byproduct of people talking to each other is value, right? And, just a lot of articles posted in a group, that doesn't necessarily mean value, because like, who wants to read all of that text, right?
Yeah, you can find that anywhere on the internet.
There's too much of that on the internet already.
Skool's about community.
Yeah. So we're not saying no value. Like, the community should have a goal. And really it's the goal that brings the type of people together. But then to get the people to talk to each other, there needs to be a little bit of fun and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think what kind of cements this point perfectly is not only the fact that the selfie gets 40 likes, but if you just look at some of the things I just shared here, cool stuff. The first one is, this is a new member joining Skool. This one is 2 people getting engaged.
Yep.
This one is a drawing of us. Like, this isn't value, like normal value, right? But it is value. I get quite a lot of value out of looking at this, honestly. And same with these cat mugs that I showed you.
Yep.
But what's interesting, the things that drive people to take that extra level of like participation, like actually making something, is not the value things, it's the fun elements of Skool.
Yes.
It's the cat, which isn't even a feature, that inspired people to do that. So that just shows you that it's those fun things that give the community the real spirit, right?
And one of the things we've done in Skoolers, so that people know that we want fun, is a category called fun, because those categories dictate what you want people to post about.
Yeah.
So if you want more people to post fun stuff.
Speaking of that, we should have put this in fun.
Hey, there we go. The engagement's in fun. That's in fun. Because then when people go at the top, they see the categories and they know to post fun stuff.
Yep. And you can see the fun categories full of people with their cats and things, right? So, yeah. Now, Skool's growing very fast right now. You might have noticed. I think we're like over 2,000 new communities per day, like every day, which is crazy.
Yep.
And the members side is way higher than that. And so there's a lot of new people joining every day. And so we just wanted to do a quick kind of like how to get started on Skool thing. Because if you're brand new to Skool and you're like, oh my God, what is this tiers thing? What is an LTV? What is this cat? Well, don't worry about all of that. Here, you only need to do a few things. First of all, you should watch the Skool 101 course. So you get to that by clicking Classroom tab, Skool 101, and you start with Module 1 and you work your way down.
Simple.
And here we even show you, the stages of evolution. You start here and you progress through here to the point where you can be, full-time on Skool, earning a full-time income, building a community around the thing that you're passionate about, which is what Skool is for. So definitely start by watching that course. Then you should set the vibe of your group. So change the cover image, the description, the about page, and the icon. So here, if I, over here is the cover image, that's the group icon. Here's the description. This is the about page. You can add images and videos here, and you can tell people what it is, what they get inside. You should do that. And then invite 3 people or more. Who should you invite first? I would start with your friends, people that you're already close with online that are interested in the thing that you're making the community about. Mm-hmm. Invite them in first. I think that this is where a lot of people go wrong. They don't invite anyone and they expect people to find it, or they might start promoting it to strangers before they kind of just get, it's like kindling for when you're starting a fire in a way. You just want to kind of get that fire started with just a few people talking inside first, so that when the strangers come in, there's something for them to experience and contribute to. Yep. Yeah. So if you want to know who, just look at your phone, look at your contacts, look at who you've been messaging, look at your email, see who you've been emailing, look on social media, who are your friends. Yeah. Then this next step is just showing up daily and getting to know your members. So, there's a very common pattern where people that are successful on Skool, they are pretty consistent, and we even kind of track this with their activity. Mm-hmm. And, just showing up every day, like a good community has a leader that cares. And I think the first sign of caring is showing up.
Yes. Because
you're like, oh, I care so much, guys, but I'm not there. Doesn't really make sense. Yeah. So showing up daily and getting to know your members. So instead of, if you've got 10, 15, 20 people, instead of just broadcasting at them, you should get to know them. And that's going to happen in comments and in DMs, and maybe even on a call. You can do things that don't scale initially, like getting on a random call with someone to get to know them. And then once you've got a strong relationship with those first few people in there, that's the core of the community that everything else is built on top of. It'll even continue like that at scale.
Yeah, we still do that.
Yeah, so we've got almost 200,000 members in Skoolers, but there's still a core group of people that have been there from the very early days that I still get on Zoom calls with and stuff from all the time. In fact, one of them was here yesterday and we were hanging out and having lunch. Yeah. And then he actually came over to my house for dinner. So that just goes to show, get to know your members. Yeah, and that's Goose, by the way. He's contributed a lot to Skool, and he's a hardcore user, and we were talking about his bus tour next year.
Yes.
But I was also getting his feedback on features and everything, asking him how Skool was going. And yeah, he came over to the office to hang out for lunch, but then we ended up hanging out all day and he came over for dinner too. So that's going above and beyond just it's caring and getting to know people and actually wanting to hang out with them and not Goose wasn't paying me, but I wanted to hang out with him and get to know what he was doing and how he was using Skool, right? I think some people are too much in this mode of oh, you customer, I'm king.
Yeah.
Where's my money?
If anything, you're paying Goose.
Yeah, I actually am paying Goose. I am paying Goose, and I'm giving him dinner. I even ordered him an Uber Black to get home. When I was ordering him, and I was like, should I get the standard? I was like, no, that's not a good. It's not. I got him a Black. Yeah. So this next point, be the member you want to attract. This is so important. Everyone talks about, hey, I want members who are going to participate, who are going to help people, who are going to contribute to the greater good of this community we've got. But no one's doing that. And instead, no one's saying anything, or instead people come in and they post a thought leader article. Honestly, often the people who are complaining about that are using that exact strategy themselves. Like, they're either not participating at all in other communities or in their own, or they're not really connecting with people, and all they're doing is posting articles in other people's communities. Like, be the member you want to attract in other communities. The best way to be a really good creator is to be a consumer of it too.
Yep.
Like, the best video games were made by people who are players of video games. The best YouTubers are the ones who also consume YouTube. Musicians listen to music, right? Like, being a member in other communities that you don't own and really getting a feel for what it's like to be a good member, that's going to help you in your own community. Mm-hmm. So to see, other communities you might be interested in, just click on this, go to Discover Communities, and you can search for anything, karate, whatever you're interested in. And sometimes I think here people need to think not just their business niche. So if their business niche is like AI, yeah, you might want to be in a couple of AI groups, but you might also want to be in something that's not so direct to what you're doing, because it might flip you out of that mode a bit. So you might also play the guitar, and you should join some of those groups, because then you're not in your business mode so much, right?
Makes sense.
Yeah, like join groups that you're truly interested in. Because if you're not interested, you probably aren't going to engage, and then you're probably not going to be the best member.
Yeah.
So search around here, browse, explore, and this will give you inspiration and teach you a lot about Skool. And also what people find is that when they are a really good member, they attract a lot of good members too, right? Mm-hmm. It's often what happens. And then finally, just have patience. Like, you don't just start making like $1 million immediately.
Instantly.
Yeah. You've got to find your thing. You've got to develop some skills. You've got to get to know the platform, and you've got to figure out how you get traffic, how you get members.
Yeah, you've also got to build trust with your members. That takes time. Most people come, they launch, and then within a week they're gone, and most members need to see that you're committed long term before they really engage in the community. It can take time to build trust with members.
Yeah, and the other thing I've heard some people complain about is they're like, oh, I've got my group's kind of like dying, or it's like there's not that much engagement in it. And I look at how many members they've got, and they might have 20, and there's nothing wrong with that. But groups also need like some fresh blood, like new people joining, right? There's something about that like energizes it. Yes. And I think it's true for any kind of group. Even if you look at a movie or a sitcom or a show, they're always introducing some people, right? It keeps things exciting. Mm-hmm. And same with any team or any company or any community. It's that the fact that new people are coming makes it interesting. Yeah. So you always want to continue to try to grow and improve things. So yeah, that's, if you're a noob, how to get started on Skool. So I hope you enjoyed this 11/11 episode. See you later.
See ya.